auto-tune. Niggas used to laugh at the auto-tune. They was laughing at that shit. They used to call it the T-Pain. Because only T-Pain could get away with doing this shit. Lil Wayne started doing it. Everybody does it now. You can give a little bit of credit to, you can give some credit to Kanye for that shit too. But before Kanye, it was definitely Lil Wayne. For a minute before Kanye even used that shit.
Yes, it's my top 5.
You said he's gonna have what?
It's gonna have Lil Wayne. It's gonna have Jay-Z. It's gonna have Drake. Kanye West will be there.
You wouldn't put Pac on the top 5?
No.
Why? Why?
No,
I ain't get into his music like that, B.
No, sir. No, sir. I think Biggie's better than him, but, you know, I guess that's another topic.
And exactly, it is another topic.
That might be another
topic.
topic.
Not even gonna get it.
But I think Biggie's better.
We don't gotta get it, or maybe we can. But I don't know. I never got into Biggie or Tupac like that, but out of them two, Biggie's my favorite. But anyway, neither one of them is in my top 5. Whatever. But what did I say? Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kanye, Drake. And it's messed up. Alright. Number 5 is gonna be Cameron for me. But that's me. I was a Dipset baby, to tell you the truth.
He's tough, yo.
Cameron,
I like him in your 5, yo. I like him in your 5. I got Wayne. I'm gonna have to put Drake up there. I got Biggie up there. No, I can't. I got Biggie up there, yo. That's my nigga.
I'm not mad at you. He got the Biggie jersey. It's crazy. I fucking got this shirt and he got the jersey.
Nah, Biggie's top 5 with me, but Pac is in my top 5. I'm putting Pac in.
I feel both of y'all with that. I feel both. Bro, I understand why niggas love the both of them. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I don't like Pac. I don't really gravitate to his music like others do, but respect to him, and I respect
his music. And he got some shit I fuck with too. The nigga was hard.
He got a couple songs, but I
don't think either one of them niggas was the GOAT. To tell you the truth.
Biggie just, he's slick talk.
Yeah, he was smooth. I fuck with that smooth shit,
really
and that's why Rick Ross is number 6 on my fucking list.
Ross up there with me. I think he
number
might
6,
be in my top 5.
Real close 6 too.
Ross is my 5th. I'm sorry.
He was almost my 5th. That's what took me so long. I was like, Rick Ross or Cameron. It's one of them two.
I gravitate to any Ross project.
Rick Ross is too fire, bro. He's too fire. He don't get enough credit.
No credit.
Niggas always want to put Biggie and Tupac right here. I mean, rightfully so. I understand why Tupac is there. Ain't nobody ever seen no shit like that at the time. And since, to be honest. And Biggie was just too cool. He was just, for the time he was here, he was just the man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But niggas gotta, you know how the fuck this shit works. How many niggas do you know was around in the 90s and are around today? How many people do you know? How many?
And active?
Inactive. Not even active, but relevant.
Outside of Cash Money.
Not even active, relevant. Was around when Biggie and Tupac, not even the 90s, fuck that. When
Snoop
Biggie and Tupac was around.
Yes. The only person is Snoop.
That's it.
There's one more.
Diddy.
And Wayne.
Okay. I won't count Wayne.
Wayne was in,
he came like 98.
98.
Biggie and Pac was dead when he came out.
Okay.
There's Biggie, there's Snoop, there's Jay-Z, there's Snoop, there's Diddy.
That's it.
That's it, nigga. That's it, bro. Who else? From 1996, 1994, 1990, whatever. Nas just put out an album. Didn't nobody give a fuck?
I don't think anybody cared.
Nobody fucking cared. That's the truth, bro. So, what I'm trying to say is, nigga, Biggie and Pac, okay, they're great, but what if they didn't die? What's the chances of them still being relevant today?
I mean,
based on the fact that we all know.
Though?
Cool, that's cool, bro. That's cool. All of that shit is cool, my nigga. But my nigga, I mean, bro, I'm hip to it, bro. I know the impact it had, all of that. I'm hip to it. I remember when he got shot up and all of that shit. I even felt it when it happened. I didn't even know nothing about it. I didn't know his music like that, nothing. But I remember, and I still felt a way when it happened. But I'm saying that just based on the literal way that the game goes, my nigga, who is to say that either one of these two niggas would still be around
like in the
today?
first grade when Pac got killed.
This is 1996, dog. Who was out in 1996 that's out now? Nobody. No. Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy. That's it.
Okay, who was out when Wayne first came out with the Hot Boys?
I'm just saying, the original point is that That's why Biggie and Tupac are not in my top 5. I feel like they're put on a crazy pedestal because they died. They died prematurely in a time where rap, the fucking music shit was not saturated with hella niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like XXXTentacion is also a fucking legend, just like them too. And Nipsey Hussle, of course, is a legend, just like them too. But they not ever gonna have the same fucking impact that Biggie and Tupac had, because in the 90s, Nipsey could, yeah.
Nipsey
probably will.
And I mean,
but
X then, could probably a little bit, but like
he was a kid. There's still people that are talking bad about a dead man. There's still people out here talking bad about his name. That's fucked up. But I feel like it's not gonna hit. It don't hit people as hard. Nipsey did, because that was just a real ass nigga. But even niggas like Mac Miller, the shit don't hit as hard because Mac Miller was hard as fuck. Who's to say Mac Miller didn't rap better than fucking Biggie Smalls? Who's to say that? Honestly,
shit. That's a stretch.
Is it? Is it a stretch, or is it because Biggie is dead?
About white.
If he would have stayed around, he'd have had more opportunities to fuck some shit up, make reasons for niggas to not like him. Nigga, he died. He put out one album and then he died. So of course everybody's gonna hold him. Even Nipsey put out 1 million albums before. If niggas never heard shit from you, they only heard a handful of shit from you, and then the shit that they heard was hard. You supposed to be the next nigga up. You died. Then you die. They're gonna hold you in that regard forever now. Literally, that's what immortalized is. They're gonna hold you in that regard forever. That's what happened with Biggie. That's what happened with Tupac. If they was around, who is to say they would have kept it up like that, nigga? Who has kept it up since then? Nobody. It has not shown to be probable, is what I'm saying. I'm not hating on either one of them. They was both hard. That's why they're not in my top 5. That's why they're not in my top 5. I'm not saying they're not hard.
What about Wayne? Because you know Wayne.
And their death adds to their legacy. You know what I'm saying? It adds to how hard they are. It adds to how people perceive your music when they hear it after you die.
Does that add on to Wayne? Because Wayne and Jay, because when they die, you think there's gonna be different?
I think Jay-Z already got his flowers while he was here.
Wayne is not. Wayne has gotten his flowers.
He got them at the time when he was hot.
Yeah, Wayne got his flowers when it mattered. It mattered.
Yeah, he got his flowers when it mattered.
When it mattered, he got his flowers. But y'all want him to get his flowers again because a new generation is him. But it's like, all right, we gave him his flowers, and I think we should give him his flowers for the new generation that he's inspired.
They still giving Jay-Z his flowers to this day.
Yeah, so
why are they not giving Lil Wayne his flowers when everybody sounds like Lil Wayne? Everybody is Lil Wayne Jr.
So if Wayne were to,
that's what they are.
Let's just say Wayne was to, maybe 5-10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, 7 years ago, Wayne were to have passed away, his impact would have been. This was in his impact.
Let's say Lil Wayne put out the Carter 3, and then had an overdose on lean
and passed away.
He sold 1 million in a week, right? And then overdosed 2 weeks after that. Can you imagine? You think anybody will have anything bad to say about Lil Wayne today?
Nope.
Come on, dog.
Today,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Look at the generation.
That's what I'm saying. If he would have died then, which is very tragic, if he would have died right then at his fucking peak, nigga,
he probably would be labeled as the greatest rapper.
That's the greatest. If he'd have died right then. Come on, dog. Come on. So that's why I'm saying, like, yo, you can't. Bro, I'm not taking away from what them niggas did, dog. But I'm just saying, you can't act like that's the end all be all. Niggas is not, bro. No. That's why I'm like, yo, when niggas get mad at like the youngsters, like Yachty and them kids, they like, oh, I don't know, I didn't listen to that shit. Bro, they're 12 years old. How are they supposed to know about that shit?
They're only 12.
How are they supposed to know about that shit?
They're only 12.
Why would you be upset at that? I don't understand that shit. You mad at a kid for not listening to fucking Brenda's Got a Baby? Sorry, he doesn't want to fucking hear that. Like,
Brenda's Got a Baby.
Like, come on. That's what he hear. That's what he think it sound like.
He should have a baby.
Brenda's got a baby. Yeah, she having some fun. Nah, nigga. Niggas is not trying to hear that, bro, today. But because they died at their respective peaks,
That's why Wayne is on my top 5, because Wayne got a lot of timeless ass classic.
Number one on my list.
He would have passed after the Carter 3. He would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Universally loved.
Lollipop, you could play Lollipop today. You wouldn't even tell
Biggie.
Everybody loved
Lollipop. Because listen. As of that point, he was the greatest rapper to ever live. If he'd have passed that moment, he would have been the greatest.
Nah, I feel like
Wayne didn't become
the greatest rapper like the GOAT until after the Carter 4.
I feel like Carter 4 is when he was fading out.
Yeah,
people
but like
received Carter 4
after the Carter 4, people that's when people
they started
were
looking at him
comfortable
like the GOAT.
because you gotta realize what he had after that. He had Dedication 3.
No, that was before Carter 4.
Oh no, up until then.
Yeah.
Dedication 3.
He had
before
DC
Carter 3.
DC on 3.
No, it was after Carter 3.
He had No Ceilings.
No Ceilings.
Yeah,
That was
Rebirth.
before Carter 4.
Okay, so right before he went to jail, he was
Yeah, Sorry for the Wait.
So right before he went to jail, that was his.
I fuck with all of that shit.
When Wayne was crowned as the GOAT. So if he
No,
was the
when like after I'm talking about after Carter 4.
When did people start calling him the GOAT?
That's when people really became comfortable with calling him the GOAT. At first, people weren't trying to say that because
they wasn't saying it when he actually was being the GOAT. Like that's the fucked up part about it.
I don't think they were saying.
They was not saying it when he was being.
Not the Ford, not Ford.
No, that
people did not like Ford.
Now he could say he the GOAT, and nobody better argue with that nigga either. If Kanye say he the GOAT, they gonna argue. They're gonna argue.
First person they gonna argue is Wayne.
If Drake says he's the GOAT, they're gonna argue. If Lil Wayne says he's the GOAT, they're not gonna say a thing. Not gonna say shit.
They're probably just gonna chill.
I don't say nothing, dog. Remember he said that shit back in the day, though?
Yeah, people used to say.
But to say that's just to touch back on the point. You feel me?
That's another reason why people didn't start calling him the GOAT
Biggie
until Carter 4
5.
because people used to call Jay-Z the GOAT. So up until like the Carter 4, after that, people really feel like, okay, yeah, I think it's time to give him this crown.
Right.
I just wish that he needs to receive his flowers more, man. I don't think he receives. Lil Wayne, man, he don't receive his flowers enough, bro. I don't know if it's because he had a drug problem or whatever, but my nigga, drugs is part of that shit, dog. It doesn't have to be, but in terms of music in general, all y'all favorites done had drug problems. Don't everybody love Jimi Hendrix? Don't nobody got nothing bad to say about Jimi Hendrix, who died of a drug overdose. Come on, my nigga. So
Elvis.
Fuck Elvis. I mean, don't put that out. You can't talk back like that. But I ain't trying to put too much of my personal opinion out there, man. But
Pimp C.
Pimp C. See what I'm saying?
R.P.
Them niggas is legends, B. Them niggas legends. Nigga die of an OD. You a legend.
GK.
Niggas is making fun of Lil Wayne for that shit. Even though he gave niggas so much, bro.
MC.
He really ran himself ragged for niggas, dog. Like,
MC.
he really ran himself into the ground, ran his hair off his head, all that. For this shit. And niggas
Just to
don't
give
wanna
us
give him
timeless music.
Niggas don't want to give him his flowers, dog. Like, I don't like that shit. It really makes me upset sometimes when I think about it.
You gotta realize what he
gave
did.
us Drake for crying out loud. Like,
You gotta realize what he did in a year and a half. From 06 to 08, put out 3 mixtapes and 2 albums, and then 1 collab album. Put out about 6 projects total. 4 of them were classics.
He literally said Young Money's the future, and it is the future.
in the last 12 years, how many years is 12 years ago? It's 2019. 12 years ago is what, 07? All right, not even 12 then. We're going to go with from the last 13 years. I don't know anybody else who has been running the shit aside from Lil Wayne and Drake.
You said how long?
Between 06 and today.
That's 13 years.
Between 2006 and today. It's been Lil Wayne and then Drake. And that's it.
They call it Young Money.
That's it. They call it Young Money. But that's a different, anyway.
That's another story.
Them is the 2 niggas, 13 years. 2 niggas, bro. Jay-Z was doing shit in between that time. Kanye West was doing shit in between that time. There's Tip. There's Jeezy. There's so many people. But there's Future. There's so many people. But who was really running the shit, dog? From 06 to whatever, it was Lil Wayne, dog. He was running it.